Seems the NCR is making friends. We've had reports of them making overtures to some gang in Freeside. There have been reports that the NCR is moving more and more troops into the area.
Our instruments show some impressive power fluctuations coming from across the river. What's going on over there? Hello?
We'll see if this gets copyrighted.
Hello?
Are we really gonna do this? It's open. We could just leave.
I couldn't. Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave. A shining example. That's what it called us. But we were. We did what we were supposed to. Not by a long shot. Anybody would have done what we did.
You ask me? That's exactly the problem. Now let's get on with this.
I'll go first. Wait. People should know what happened. They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all, I hope they never have to find out. Ready, Harry? Yeah. No, wait!
I've had work. Got my eyes peeled. got something good for me? Is it a dress? You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Excerpt from the depositing of the defendant Catherine Stone by Vault Attorney Gerald Miles. Question or Q? Okay, let's pick up where you left off, Kate. Catherine. Sorry, right, Catherine. I keep forgetting. My husband calls me Kate. You were telling us of a discussion you allegedly had with Roy Gottlieb of the Justice Block. No, not allegedly. Had. We've been through this. It's still just your word against his, Miss Stone. Please, discussion. He said my husband's name had come up in their meetings. The candidate endorsed meetings? Yes, they were going to endorse him. He wouldn't say why, but I know my husband had a regular poker game with some of them, and he'd been on a winning streak lately. And according to you, what did Mr. Gottlieb offer? He said that he could sway his block, prevent the endorsement, but only if you what, Catherine? Only if I perform sexual favors. Yes. Was this for Mr. Gottlieb? I'm slaughtering that last name. I already know him. No. All the block leadership, they're friends, and you agreed? What else could I do? They had a majority. How long did this go on before the endorsement came out? I don't know. A month, maybe? And when they came out and your husband was endorsed despite your supposed agreement, what then? Was that when you decided to kill members of the block? Yeah. I thought their majority is pretty slim if I thin things out a little, especially if their leadership, someone else might get elected. Assuming you weren't caught. No, Mr. Miles, I expected to be caught. This was my best chance. Now they'll elect me. A confessed murderer? You think voters would be willing to risk putting you in charge? They have to pick somebody and live with their reasons. Yes, but wait and see. Man, that's pretty fucked up. I feel like that is too loud, so I'm going to change that. Alright, turn this back off. I really don't want to go in the water, but it looks like I don't have much of a choice. I'm kind of curious. Wait, there was one section I didn't check. It was the reactor, so I might as well go ahead and check it out while I'm here, because I don't feel like I'm going to be able to go anywhere else.
Enough of that. Trouble. That's enough of that.
Why is there so many stealth boys in a place that's supposed to do fucking, like, democracy and shit? Like, I can overlook the guns. That's nothing new to me. But stealth boys. Very cloak and dagger for a place that's supposed to do politics. A prepared speech of Gus Olson for the annual overseer election. Good afternoon. Each year it is the appointed task of the ombudsman not only to officiate the election, but to chronicle it in the hopes that after the last overseer has finished his term and walked to his death in the chamber beneath his office, and the vault has become still, that one day some excavator from humanity, or perhaps some yet unknown race of super being, might find our records and incorporate them into a historical canon. But lately it has occurred to me that not really why it that's not really why. I think the real reason we do it because we want to believe that somewhere in the archives there's an answer to all of this, or perhaps there will be one when the historical records are completed and the whole story is told. We want it to make sense to understand why the Vault's mainframe will kill us if we don't offer one of our own as a yearly sacrifice to fully comprehend why we continue to have these elections despite the unfair feeder corruption that has plagued it for what it must be decades by now. There was a simpler time when elections meant shaking hands and kissing babies. But now, with the rise of voting blocks and this infestation of bribery, drugs, trafficking, smuggling, and God knows what else, we want to know why. Well, I've been through the archives, and I can tell you, you won't find the answer there. You'll find an account of the first overseer who entered the vault as the only citizen aware of the sacrifices that would have take place, but he did not have the answers either. If he did, he surely wouldn't have foreseen citizens angry when he broke the news. Surely he would have guessed that they would want to choose a sacrifice democratically in the way that we citizens are accustomed to washing our hands of terrible deeds. And in that his name would be at the top of the polls, and the simultaneously vacancy of the overseer and Martyr would forever fuse the two positions here in the Vault 11. But he didn't. He had the answers no more than any of us. And the records state that after the citizens discovered that the sacrificial chamber's password was his wife's Betty's first name, its door was unsealed so he could offer it as the first sacrifice. He walked down into that room crying like a child. I can only wonder if there are no answers to be found. And we are just going along with this because we don't see another choice. Nevertheless, I still hold onto hope that we can find one. I urge you all to take the journey I took. To remember that it wasn't so long ago that we were ruled under our civility and our dignity, and that those who were times when we didn't have to be so quite ashamed. This is why I don't give speeches, because I can barely even speak a normal sentence without tripping up over words I can see on the screen. Well, made it to the atrium. I just read that. Okay, so that's the end quote atrium.
Congratulations, Martyr. Your fantastic journey is only just beginning. Please proceed to the light. The light is calming and puts your mind at ease. Go to the light. Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin. Greetings, Martyr, and welcome. If you're here now, it means you've been offered up as a sacrifice so that your vault can continue to thrive. Currently, you may be feeling sad or angry. Perhaps you never got to have grandkids, or to enjoy the pleasures of a fresh cigar. But march with your chin held high, soldier, and remember that each of us has an important role to play. For some people, their role might be to heal the sick. For others,
It might mean they will drive a race car or fly a rocket ship. And some of us are meant to forfeit our lives for the good of the people. Sure, it might not be as fun as driving a race car, but it's every bit as important. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moments that made your life worth living. Think about that time you kissed your steady girl for the first time under the bleachers at the big game. Or when you snuck out after curfew to catch that new flick that your parents wouldn't let you see because it was too scary. Boy, were they right. And who could forget when you met the love of your life? What a looker. These are just examples. Do you feel that feeling stirring in your chest as you think of these things? Good. What you are feeling is peace. You've led a great life. Living it has been its own reward. But it is only the beginning. Close your eyes now and imagine what joys await you in the next life. The afterlife. Can you see them? Good.
She can't do this. It's done. We're done.
Uh-oh.
Nothing's done. She's got the authority.
For the Brotherhood!
The only thing she can't do is change her own fate. Nothing says she can't change the selection process for future overseers. I say she can't. You shouldn't have toyed with her like that, Roy. We still have the majority. We don't vote for anything anymore. I'm not talking about voting. What then? You want to have a sit-in? A hunger strike? Not exactly. Maybe march into her office with torches and pitchforks? Yes. Come on. I mean it. What? Start a revolution? Laws don't outlast their governments. Roy, all we have to do is wait until someone from Justice Block gets picked for overseer. Then we have them change the law back. There won't be any blocks after the new overseer is picked tomorrow. Everyone's going to move on. By the time we've reformed, who knows if we'll still be in the majority? We can hold the block together. You don't know that. Besides, what if the computer picks you? What if it picks me? And your solution is to start shooting? Not if we don't have to. Look, we arm up. We go to the lower floors, take some strategic targets. Power, food, water. Just until she turns authority over to us. The other blocks won't support it. They're tired of us having the power. We have the majority. We don't need them. This isn't a vote, Roy. They'll fight back. They've never had the nerve. Hell of a way to test it.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
You thought...
Brotherhood! You ready to die? Beats wait until they shoot me first.
You like the sight of your own blood? I find you, I'm gonna eat your spleen. You thought you could hide from me? You like the sight of your own blood?
No power armor, no energy weapons, and they're giving the NCR more trouble than we ever did. Hey, you got a second? The Brotherhood is failing. I've always known that. If we don't change course, we're going to fall apart or fade away. But until recently, I haven't understood where we went wrong or how to fix it. I think I need to go home. Great! Thanks. Thank you. I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after you. Seriously.
What the fuck are you doing here? You got some kind of fucking death wish, asshole? If you're fucking carrying, just fucking say so. Yeah, deliver to the boss. Business as usual. Motor runners down in the maintenance wing. Straight through the door behind me, down the hall, down the stairs to the right. We have a con coming through to see the boss. Don't shoot at him.
Get the fuck out of my face!
I wasn't expecting a resupply. I guess it isn't a secret. Yeah, the residents of the vault are all dead. We killed them. Funny thing is, they just let us in. We didn't have to force the doors or anything. We needed someplace to put down roots. I was having trouble keeping my people out of West Side. I try to keep my people out of West Side. Apart from trying to stay on good terms with the cons who do business there. There's mean son of a bitch. That fucking mutant is more trouble to kill than to avoid. Having some place for my people to sleep reduces the chances of drifting into West Side.
Trouble.
Oh, it's on now! What have you done? That's gonna leave us...
You like the sight of your own blood? Who the fuck do you think you are?
That's enough of that. making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
You thought you could hide from me? You like the sight of your own blood? Damn it, that is gonna stink.
I'm hit!
You thought you could hide from me? You like the sight of your own blood? When I find you, I'm gonna eat your spleen.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
die? You like the sight of your own blood? Damn, I think I got some bad shit. Later.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
You ever seen one of those Rangers in black armor? I wouldn't want to make one of those mad.
Watch out!
Whoa! You thought you could hide from me? Like the sight of your own blood?
You like the sight of your Whoa!
Watch out!
You can't hide from me. I worry too much. You can't hide from me.
Watch out!
You can't hide from me.
Watch out!
You can't hide from me. Watch out!
Whoa!
from me.
Watch out!
You like the sight of your own blood?
Cut it out, will you?
Wow.
Hey! Yeah, you! Come give us a hand. We were part of a caravan heading into New Vegas from down south. They're holding us hostage, trying to get some ransom. Anyone willing to pay for us died in the attack. Once the fiends figured that out, we're as good as dead. Thanks, partner. I think the fiend with the key is back in one of the bedrooms somewhere. Someone called him Daniel, if that helps. Whoa! Like the sight of your own blood?
Does jump.
You thought you could hide from me?
Hey! Come on! Hey! Come on! You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Thank you, Mako, again for agreeing to take charge without external relations. I'm sure that you will do well. I'm sure you will do. I'm sure that you will do represent us and our interests well. Let me know if there's anything I can be of assistance. Thank you for your endorsement at the town hall meeting last night. You are so well respected by the residents that I'm sure it will greatly increase my chances of following you to the big chair, air quote. Since Michael started making plans to gathering people for external association committee, the isolationists have been gathering followers, as you well know. I think having me follow you as overseer will serve to slow their efforts. Greetings, everyone. As you are aware of the
Seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
For real though, like I liked Fallout 3, but something about it just doesn't feel anything near remotely close to what this gives me. Like, I felt like it was swept under the rug a bit. Did all the dead fiends give it away, or all the drugs that I have? I have a fuck ton of drugs, and I am probably gonna just be a walking drug dealer right now, like, honestly. I say I have at least 2, maybe 3,000's worth of caps of drugs I'm carrying. Oh! Oh! I, I was doing so good. I was just going around sneakily killing everything possible, and I died to a fucking landmine. That's bullshit. Okay, he's gonna be coming this way, isn't he? No? Pathing the other way? So I have to redo all this shit again. I mean, I could just, you know, not do it, but I'm mostly here for the vault suits. That's what I'm going after, for the, vault hotel on the strip. Because I've already cleared out Vault 11, now I'm at Vault 3, and there's, what, two or three more vaults? I can't remember. Ooh. I don't really need any of that. Totally agree with you about Fallout 3. It was good, but it's, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. The only bad thing I can really say about Fallout New Vegas is there's really not a good ending, or what you perceive as a good ending anyways. Do I want to do, I want to do this from above. Like, yeah, it's most definitely a lot more chaotic, and that's the good aspect of it, but there's, like, you know, at least with Fallout 3, you have, well, it's a double-sided edge, I guess, because you have 2 different paths to go with on Fallout 3. You either just side with the Enclave, or you side with the Brotherhood still. With this one, you got NCR, you got House, you got Benny, you got yourself, you got Caesar's Legion, that you can all choose, and really, the more, I guess that's what gives it such a different feel for it, because it's not just the environment.
What are you looking at? I'm looking at you. Get the fuck out of my way.
My bad. Ghost that's underneath me that's about to become Ghost. I guess that's what gives the game its unique feel, I guess, because you get to mold this outcome to whichever way you seem, I guess, more or less of your choosing. Like, the NCR is not perfect. They're far from perfect. They're just as corrupt as most groups, but at least there's not, it's not like Caesar's Legions, I guess. Who's is it? I wish you could tell me who's seeing me right now. Okay, I'm trying to get, okay, give me the hidden. You broken path. Okay. Caution, 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 caution. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, well, you know, I guess we're just in it. Well, before I didn't have to do this, so I mean, I don't necessarily have to throw out an explosive, but with the amount of problems that's in my way, why not? Plasma grenade. They're all gonna come through this tunnel. Okay, Veronica just fucking bonked her head off. Communism, that's what I've done.
For the Brotherhood.
Ow, 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 you bitch. Oh, you fucking cuck. So yeah, the NCR is at least meant to be good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Caesar's Legion is just outright evil. Like there's good people in the NCR. There's potential to be good, but the game outright just views them as, you know, straight fucking corrupt, evil, sadistic bastards. I'm like, that's any politician. Not every politician is gonna be as okay, but yeah, like, they're meant to be good. They're just not good. Like, it's there. The potential's there. And even though, like, they make them look like they're power-hungry fools and they're biting off more than they can chew, which I'm not going to disagree. The NCR is ambitious, but they have good intentions while being ambitious, rather than Caesar's Legion just being, one might say, when I see Caesar's Legion, I kind of think of Adolf Hitler in some ways, and that's probably fucked up of me to say, but I see the similarities all too well. One crazed, power-hungry man taking slaves as slave labor and enslaving people and forcing them into power and completely wiping the face of Earth of anything that's not your agenda, basically. Alright, we're gonna do this shit again, and I'm already overcumbered. Great. And my joystick is messing up on me. Even better. Victoria! Yeah, they really do have a fuck ton of loot, though, and that's why I normally don't pick them on my first playthroughs. Because there's so much shit they have. Oh, I don't have a dress, unfortunately, Victoria. It's like, they have so much shit. Kind of like when you fucking destroy the Brotherhood still, they have so much shit. Do I have any more fucking landmines I can get rid of? Pulse mines. Get rid of those. And then aid. Do I have any in Sunset Vesper? That's gone. All 7 of those are gone. That's gone. And then I'll read all the books I have. Books, not magazines. I saw a fucking meme the other day. It was like a picture of the quarry where all the death claws are. And it had someone like hitting a bell. And it was like when you hit the NCR emergency radio calling for help and no one shows up. And I was like, man, that is all too relatable. Like, no one on the right mind will go and help anyone there. If you walk into that hellhole, I don't expect help. You signed up for that shit yourself by walking into that mess. Like, the game even tells you multiple times to steer clear of that area for justifiable reasons. And, me and a buddy of mine was having a conversation, and it was kind of a debate, I guess. It's like, if you had to choose, which would you choose? Walking to the quarry and dealing with the death claws in that situation, or do you deal with a nest of cazadors of the same amount of death claws that's in the quarry? And it was debatable, and I was like, he quickly chose death claws, and I was like, nah, homie, I just got done doing that mess, and I'm gonna choose death claws over cazadors, because yeah, it sucks, they're a pain in the ass to fucking kill, but at least I can use, like, 25 missiles and 20 grenade launchers and kill them from afar, like up on top of a ledge or some shit. With cazadors, those motherfuckers can fly up and get you. And not to mention the fucking anti-venom. You don't have to worry about anti-venom when it comes to death claws. It's just easier to deal with. That's what makes death claws so fucking, or not death claws, cazadors so fucking annoying. Is the anti-venom you need. Okay, so I think they're asleep. No, they're not asleep. Where the hell are they? Is this one asleep? Alright, so I'm gonna do this number. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do this number. I'm gonna waste this stealth boy. Do I have it on me? Does Veronica have it on her? Veronica has her on her.
Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged?
No, it does not.
Fine.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to buy myself a new controller because it's not stuck in that direction, but it just randomly will think I'm pushing in that direction. Just in and out with a couple stealth boys and a quest, and that's all. And it didn't. Look, I actually went in there for the conquest, and I tried so hard. I fucked up. Bad. I couldn't go back on autosaves either because I had too much gameplay into it, and I should have saved more frequently. But I was trying to convince the cons to join the NCR, and I eventually done it to where they would, but Papa Con was being a dick, and I guess I kind of blocked it because I accepted the mission of going to clear out all the great cons. So, yeah. I will steal all the shit off of your corpse after I make you a corpse. Weapons. Let's do plasma grenade.
You thought you could hide from me?
Okay, it didn't go off. I thought it would.
Like the sight of your own blood?
Low-key depressed. I was hoping to be all sleek.
You like the sight of your own.
Hey, Veronica! Yeah, thanks. You're a little slow on that. Thanks. I didn't mean to take the power fist, but So yeah, because I bricked wall myself on that mission, I had to go and kill all the great cons, unfortunately. I did not. I was trying to build an alliance, and I could have done it if it wasn't for the fact that I accepted that mission accidentally. And yeah, I'm still frustrated with myself on that. And after, I fought so hard to try to get to the Great Cons, and that's why I cleared it out, so I could get to the individual lair. I cleared out the quarry for no fucking reason. Blastmaster. It's kind of like I've thought about, like, you know, once I finish doing the main quest on this, I've thought about doing like a either going to play Fallout 3 or I'm gonna. Fuck. Thanks for the follow. I've thought about just doing either like a pipe rifle run where like just strictly just the shittiest fucking guns in the game and just doing like either a pipe pistol or pipe rifle throughout the entire fucking play, including the Deathclaw scene or something bizarre like that. Oh, okay, and nice to meet you too. Thanks for stopping by.
You ever seen one of those rangers in black armor? I wouldn't want to make one of those.
like the sight of your own blood?
Brotherhood.
Take down this password. It'll get you into the Overseer's area upstairs, I think. Thanks for the help. We'll find our own way out.
Not even gonna lie, I completely forgot about the Overseer's office. I was about to leave. Alright. I forget what's in the bottom of this one. Happy birthday. Hi Janet, how is the school year going so far? I've heard good things from your teachers. They say you're one of the top students in your class. Your birthday is tomorrow, sweet 16 at last. Can you even believe it? It seems like yesterday my sister told me she was going to have a little girl. Do you have big plans for your birthday? I think if you are interested, I could talk to some folks and get the dining room reserved for a couple of hours. Let me know if that sounds like fun. I'll start getting the ball moving. Uncle George. George, we've been friends for a while, so I hope you didn't take my candidacy for overseer personally. I'm going to do whatever I can to keep our friends and family safe. And if that makes taking our exposure to the outside world slow and keeping ourselves, air quote, parentheses, outside of what we've pushed for. No one knows what is going on, what's going to be like out there. There could be horrific mutants, strange wandering vagabonds, aliens, murderous gangs. We have no idea. Let's be smart about this. Greetings, everyone. Thank you all for putting your trust in me. I'm honored to serve as your overseer for the next term and hopefully beyond. I'm going to do everything I can to get Michael's committee outside as soon as possible. We'll get our water issue resolved and form lasting bonds with our neighbors in the world outside. Thanks again for putting your trust in me, George. Weapons locker. George, I'm not sure what Michael is planning, but I suggest that you leave the weapons in those two submerged storerooms. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any support and there is no need to give him an opportunity to arm himself. So I have to figure out some way to get into the submerged weapons room, and for what possibly could be a good weapon, I have no idea. I don't remember what kind of weapons are in that storage room.
What's up?
Hello.
Good to see you. Alive, that is. Have you found all of the components yet? Really? I mean, that's great. I knew you could do it all along. I'll get right to work installing these. Why don't you go tell the Elder the good news? I'm sure it'll be a huge load off of his shoulders.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is finally getting serious.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry for interrupting, Veronica. Not like I
Hello,
wanted to talk to him.
How goes your mission?
We'll know in a second. I wanted to talk to you.
Veronica, tell me this isn't about...
Yes, goddammit, it is. But you're gonna hear me out this time.
We've been through this.
The things I've seen now, other groups succeeding where we fail, it's not too late for us.
We've outlasted the end of the world. We'll outlast these upstarts.
Waiting in a hole for everyone else to die.
If we must.
This is a dead end for us.
I see no evidence of that. Nor do I see anyone out there with a solution to our problems.
How could you? You're too scared to look. Let's go. We're wasting our time.
Back again, I see. Have you found all the components we need? Good news for a change. Your efforts have humbled me, outsider. You have done more than I could expect, even from my brothers. Moreover, I've been going over the scouts' reports and keep coming up with the same conclusion. The NCR is not the threat I've believed it to be. We should not have had to rely on your help in this crisis. I believed my actions were guided by caution and prudence, but I now see the truth. People called me a hero after what happened at Helios, but I left that battle scarred by fear, and have allowed that weakness to govern my actions. That ends now. I will undo the wrong I have done my brethren and lift the lockdown. With luck, we will once again flourish. Please, take this. It is a small token of my thanks, and scarcely begins to repay the debt owed you, but is all I am allowed to give an outsider. This key will allow you to use our safe house to the northeast. I hope it will prove useful in your travels.
What's up? I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops. I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagined a grandfather to be. It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work. He did. For years, he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost its power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care. They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Welcome, outsider, welcome. The lockdown has been officially lifted, and everyone seems to be in good spirits. With the surface open to us once again, Arden's already started talk of sending a force out to attack Helios, but I hope to dissuade him. What can I do for you? I suppose it was only a matter of time. I wonder if, given the NCR's current situation, they would consider a truce of sorts. We've given up our claim to Helios, and we don't have any interest in claiming Hoover Dam, so our ambitions are not at crossed purposes. Perhaps it's time for a new strategy. Go to the NCR commander and tell her the Brotherhood is willing to put aside our enmity for the time being. Further, tell her that we are willing to send troops to aid in their coming defense of the dam. My guess is they're in no position to refuse.
I'd slap him around, but he stood at my parents' wedding. Plus, he used to make excuses to get me out of my punishment when I'd slept through head scribe Taggart's lectures. Figure I owe him for that. He means well. No, but it does make it easier to forgive him. He's just misguided. It's not too late to change his mind. He's a stubborn old man, but when it comes down to it, he's got our best interests at heart. If he sees some indisputable sign we're on the wrong course, he won't ignore it. That's my question to the Elder. All these years, the Brotherhood has collected weapons technology. And for what? To keep it out of people's hands? That clearly hasn't worked. To defend ourselves? We can't compete with the NCR's numbers or the Legion's. We're fighting a war for a lost cause. If we're gonna survive, we have to find a role in society, attract new members. Look at the followers of the Apocalypse. They use their expertise to improve people's lives. They train them to be self-sufficient. That expertise cultivates respect and gratitude, spreads their ideals, draws talent to their cause. They make friends like we make enemies. But they don't know a fraction of what we know. If we took on their role, we could stand up to anyone. We wouldn't have to hide. I don't know. We need something that shows the Brotherhood will fail, or that it can do better a different way. The only thing that gets his attention is technology. Maybe Father Elijah had the right idea. Our elder before McNamara, he had a nose for recovering lost technology. He'd send scribes out into the desert chasing whatever leads he found. There were a few he only trusted me with. I can think of at least one that'd prove my point, if it still exists. There's a comm terminal not too far from here I'd use to access messages from him. If we go there, I can pull up his research on it. I'm with you. Being around here isn't the same anymore.
Greetings, my friend. You've certainly earned the right, but I'm afraid there's a slight matter of protocol that must be dealt with first. Exceptional individuals, like yourself, are sometimes allowed to join the Brotherhood if they perform a valuable service for it. While your actions up to this point have been commendable, I am afraid they don't quite qualify as such a service. However, I do have another task that fits the bill rather nicely. Would you consider undertaking it? As one of our patrols discovered, the mutants just to the northeast have become strangely violent in the years we were secluded. However, this turn of events could also be an opportunity. We mostly left the equipment of the communications array there alone, out of respect. As the inhabitants have now proven themselves hostile, no more respect will be accorded them, making their equipment fair game. I want you to head up to the summit of Black Mountain and install this remote signal transmitter in one of their consoles. It will allow us to tap into the radar and other detection systems running there, assuming they're still operational. If we're going to operate on the surface again, it would be nice to do so with as much information at our fingertips as possible. Good luck.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the Elder? The two of you may have the Elder fooled, but we know better. Veronica has always twisted the Founder's principles to her own ends. We will not stand idly by and allow her to corrupt our Elder's thinking.
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes. Should have brought... Aw, just when the standing around was getting exciting. Should have brought... Aw. What's up? Let's see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. The pulse gun. Although, maybe the rangefinder could work too. And it looks like the NCR was onto some miracle farming technology. More or less. Supposedly it's a vegetation enhancer. NCR has a science branch headquartered at McCarran Airport. Guess they found something. Guess somebody wasn't very good at keeping secrets either. We'd never pursue it because it's not a weapon, but self-sufficiency is fundamental to us. If it works, they'd see the value of an alternate course. Electromagnetic weapon from before the Great War. Experimental. It never saw mass production. But they were building it as a countermeasure to power armor, which they feared the Chinese were developing. Supposedly a prototype was being housed at Nellis. Imagine what it could do to the Brotherhood. We'd be on equal footing with any idiot with a gun. It's a targeting device for some kind of doomsday weapon based at Helios 1. It was lost sometime after the war. We held Helios 1 for a time. Lost a lot of people defending it. Too many. All for this weapon they never got working. If it turns out to be a dud, it'd show how flawed our goals have been. Father Elijah said he thinks a scavenger might have sold it on the strip. Okay, what better way to persuade them than to give them a taste of what they stand to gain, right? Maybe the best place to start is to see what we can find out directly from the NCR. Let's head to their OSI office at McCarran. I like the way you think.
Good work, human. Maybe now this place can rest in peace. I still have a job to do here. Some mutants may have heard Tabitha's broadcast and are headed here even as we speak. I'll remain and direct anyone who show up toward Jacobstown, where they'll be much better off.
There you are. Few of us want to thank you for being such a good friend to the Brotherhood. So we've set aside some of our recycled energy cells. We'll leave a few of them in that footlocker in the corner every so often. The Paladins scoff at using recycled ammo, so no one should mind.
Seems the NCR is making friends. We've had reports of them making overtures to some gang in Freeside.
Greetings, my friend. I hope I can be of some assistance to you. Yes, we've already started receiving telemetry from it. This will be a great help in our future efforts, and I thank you. Now then, it is my great honor to bestow upon you the title of Paladin of the Brotherhood, for meritorious service above and beyond the call of duty. I'm afraid a formal ceremony was out of the question, given our current state, but I hope this will make up for it. I had the Knights refurbish a suit of our power armor for your use. It's one of the earlier models, but it should serve you well. Now, I suppose I'm going to have to show you how to use it, aren't I? First, let's go over how to put it on. There. I think you've got the knack of it now. You should now be able to wear any kind of power armor you come across. I've also given the order that all of our equipment be made available to you, not just the more mundane arms. You're a member of the Brotherhood now, and your gear should reflect that. Lastly, you will be allowed to come and go as you please. You've done so much for us that to do otherwise would be a crime. I just ask that you keep the Brotherhood's interests at heart in all your dealings. Remember that you will always have a home here.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Have you heard the news? Elder McNamara has lifted the lockdown. Good news for this store, let me tell you. I can't wait to start getting more goods. So what are you here for? Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look. Pleasure doing business with you. Bye.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
The word came down from the Elder. Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look. Thanks.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Hi there. Looking to spend some caps? Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look. Another satisfying. Hi there. Looking to... Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look. Thanks.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Our instruments show some impressive power fluctuations coming from across the river. What's going on over there?
Hi there. Looking to... Our patrols are always bringing more stuff in. Take a look.
Seems the NCR is making friends.
You know what? I don't need this bullshit right now. We'll take off that goddamn power armor if it'll just shut you up.
I sure hope I get to meet President Kemble.
Has the Brotherhood been found? And you believed them? Do you have any idea how long we've been fighting those bastards? Ugh, Crocker will have a field day with this. He'll want to establish diplomatic relations with them, for Pete's sake. But we've got more important matters to attend to. The President is due to arrive soon, and we're sure the Legion won't waste such an opportunity. I want you to assist the security detail we've prepared for the President. His safety is critical to maintaining the men's fighting spirit. Go up to the Visitor Center and speak to Ranger Grant. He's in charge of security during the President's visit. Dismissed.
I sure hope I get to meet President Kemble.
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help us out. This is a delicate matter, and we need all the help we can get from people we can trust. We've got a lot to do to prepare for the President's visit, and not much time. Once we start, we'll be on a strict timetable. Are you ready? Make it quick.
Evening. What's up? What are your thoughts? See? What's up? They defended Helios like it was their last stand. Didn't even know if there was anything worth defending. How could there be, with all we lost? Even if it did work, there's a pawn shop in Outer Vegas we could check, and I've heard of a gift shop in the Strip that deals in pre-war antique. I like.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too. Antique rangefinder. Trying to think of something that'd be more worthless. Maybe an antique horoscope, or an antique sandwich. I'll tell you something. Good luck finding that thing. But if you do find it, don't waste your time trying to sell it to me. Pleasure doing business.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night some girl was pounding on my door all night.
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world. No, silly, of course it wasn't always a hotel. I grew up in it. I love it. My favorite place in the world. Not that I know much of the world. I never left this place, come to think of it. But it is the most special vault ever. My vault is pure New Vegas. Everyone has a chance, and Lady Luck smiles if you play your odds right. Okay, it was like that before we had to leave. Vault 21 had very smart ways to help people get along. All arguments and fights got solved through gambling. I'll give you a quick tour of my home. Oh yeah, if you like. Rightio, Daddy-o. Let's do it. All right, please follow me. We'll head into the vault right away. This bunker protects the entrance to the vault. Solid stone outside and thick steel on the inside. Above us, there's a control center for this level of the vault's life support systems, electric grid, radioactive shields, and all that jazz. Don't get lost. My vault has many corridors and rooms. Although it is no longer symmetrical after Mr. House threw us out. This is the main game hall. Here we settled the big disputes among the vault's levels. Chosen representatives gambled against each other here. The winner earned the right to settle the dispute as wished by the collective. We used to have such parties in this diner. A bitch to clean later, but well worth it. This hall leads to our guest rooms. You can use the first room on our left, but no snooping next door. That's my room. Always was. Down there is the game room. Each side of the vault had one, but the other is filled with concrete now. Okay, that wraps it up. I'll see you soon. Good to see you again. I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault things, too. Well, it is my vault, all right. I mean, yeah. That is, no. I take care of it, but I suppose you could say that it belongs to Mr. House. Mr. House has everything to do with Vault 21. He tried to get us out before he filled it with concrete. I almost went ape. So we convinced him. Okay, Sheldon and I, right? We convinced him to leave the top level mostly intact. I don't know, maybe he didn't want anybody sneaking around down there. My vault runs deep and wide. It's filled with corridors and rooms that go far. What gives him the right to screw us with the royal shaft anyway? So he saved New Vegas, woohoo! Now scram and let us go on with our lives. Sheesh. Do you mean that he's a goner? I can have my vault back? That's just super. I thought we'd never see a different New Vegas, one that belongs to the people. I have all sorts. Oh, okay. I got these great lunch boxes. They're super. What else? Oh, look at these toasters. You like toast, right? If they're crunchy, even better. What about a vintage Vault-Tec toy car? Or... Wow, I wish I had more of them. All this interest to be my biggest seller. I sold it to a man not too long ago. Real twitchy, nervous sort of guy. Kind of seemed like he was wigging out about something. Had a funny collar on. I wanted to ask him about it, but I figured maybe I'd regret asking. People are weird around here. Well, it was metal and kind of thick. At first I thought he'd come from Gamora, but they're more into leather there. Didn't look comfortable. He kept reaching up like he was going to itch it, but he always stopped himself. No, but I know where he was going. He asked me if I knew of any place where he could hide out for a while. Wanted somewhere with concrete walls. Something about airwaves. I forget. But I guess he spent all his money on the rangefinder because he said it had to be somewhere free to stay. I said I didn't know about anything like that around here, but if you wanted to live for free, a lot of people do that in Freeside. I know there's a concrete building there across from Mick and Ralph's. No ceiling, but I think it still counts. Went up there one time to try and, meet my neighbors in the biz. But, I don't think they took me very seriously. Oh, he was pretty average, I'd say. Average height, average age, dark hair, beard of some kind. No, silly. Of course it wasn't always. Yeah, and you gotta dig what I did with it. Looking as good as it should? Almost. It was bustling with activity. We all knew each other so well. You see, the vault kept us all even. It's all symmetry and windows down there. We solved any quarrels through... Yeah. Mitch? You mean Molebutt? I hadn't thought about that. You understand, kids and all that. Everyone knows about each other in a vault. There's no other way. I hope Mitch is doing well. Sure, the place is packed. Usually. We get loads of NCR cubes these days. A stray Brahmin Baron once in a while, and recently circle couples shining big rocks on their fingers. Yeah, I miss those days. I see. Okay, your move. Sure I have. I made the scene in the strip. It's just that I really like it here. Vault 21 is a kick. Okay, you're right. I hate going outside. It's almost impossible for me to step out of here. Still, I love my vault. It's my pad. I take care of it.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you? I don't like the sound of this.
Good to see you again.
Hope that collar isn't what I think it is. What did you do, Elijah?
Good to see you again. Good to see you again. I have all the popular stuff has been sold, especially the vault suits. Leather suits are good times. Thinking about that just blows my top. Really? Well, I don't even know what to say to that. Ha ha ha. Okay, why don't you help me out? And in the meantime, I'll think about where to take advantage of your skills. that makes me so happy. You are too much. Good to see you again. You do? That's... All right. That's gonna net you lots of caps, my friend. Do you want to trade all your vault suits right now? Oh, that makes me so happy. You are too much. Good to see you again.
Help you?
Still looking.
Bang, 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 bang. Reach for the sky. Oh man, it's Stacy's fault. She pretends like she didn't get hit. That's still a lot of money. I don't really...
Wow. Good thing the safety was on.
Alright, well, I'm gonna end things here. I'll stream again sometime in the near future, but thanks for watching, and well, thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe and peace.